Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mail. This time for a few months. We're just going to call it Fall 2022. It's imperative that every year we open up all of the mail before Extra Life. And I hate to date the content, but this is being recorded the day before Extra Life to ensure that we get everything open in time for
we know there
the
are
event.
Specific packages where people have sent stuff for
Yeah,
it, so.
A lot of times people send stuff in sometimes for Extra Life specifically. So the last time we did mail, we went up through mid-August.
Yeah.
So this is the rest of August and September and most of October.
Yeah, because we picked up mail yesterday.
Yeah. Eventually, I think the mail videos will be more monthly again.
We're still settling in here.
They're just not yet. Anyway, let's get started.
Our featured letter is from CJ, and where is CJ from? Canada.
British Columbia.
British Columbia.
Abbotsford?
Yeah.
Abbotsford. See, I remember.
CJ said, Dear Stephen, Mal, and Kepler, and he's in Stephen's lap.
You could probably see, yeah, there he is. He's a little fuzzy boy.
I've been meaning to write to you for several years, but either was distracted or interrupted in some way or another. A longtime lurker, I believe I discovered Stephen Vlog back in 2012 through the Chug-a-Vlogs and became a regular viewer around 2017. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Your respective channels mean a lot to me. Your content got me through some rough patches when I used to work the night shift. When you started Breakfast Stream, I was so happy there was something for me to watch when I ate dinner at 6 a.m. These days, I catch the VOD since I now work during the day. I've watched a lot of YouTube in my time, and I always come back to y'all. There's a lot of nonsense on the internet, and you two are the most sensible and kind people. I can't thank you enough for what you do. Are you sure we're sensible?
I'll take kind. Sensible half the time.
Yeah. Stephen, I'm in the early legs of the journey, and as a university student who doesn't live in a dorm, I feel like I'm in good company. Your humor and spirit really remind me it's okay to be my wacky, nerdy self. Thank you for all your hard work and sharing your life with us viewers.
You're welcome.
Mal, your kindness, artistic talent, and transparency concerning your health really made me stop and consider how I treat myself. I've struggled with bad menstrual cycles for about 10 years, and I've always told myself that was normal. I'm currently working up the courage to talk to my general practitioner and get some help. I'm trans, so it makes things a little more difficult. Regardless, I'm so happy for your excellent recovery and your quality of life has improved so much. You deserve all of it and more. And so do you. And I hope you get that because it's really important and...
we've talked about it ad nauseum, I know, on the vlog, but it always bears repeating.
Yes.
If you need help, first, identifying that you do and not getting blown off by doctors.
And I know it is especially hard for trans people to get help with it. In my endo community, there's a lot of talk of that. So I know it is especially hard. So I wish you all the best in that.
I really want people far and wide to know that if you're living a life of pain, or if you went to any doctor and you've talked to them about any particular thing and you feel like you were blown off, that's always such a big thing for me, is to make sure that you stay on it and you seek out
other
care.
doctors.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Just because Mal's life changed, and I just want other people's lives to change too. I want people to be healthy and happy.
CJ says, congrats on your recent move. I hope you find yourself at ease in this new place and that you will have lots of fun with Alex and Haley. Having friends in the same city makes all the difference. Best witches. Wink emoji. CJ. I've included some pictures of my two dogs, Herman, the brown one, and Tuca, the gray one. They're Boston Terriers, and there's never a dull moment with them at home.
Aw.
They're very cute.
They're cute. They're very, very cute. Cute little pups. Well, CJ, thank you for sending in the letter. I wish you all the best in your
university
and health endeavors,
day job
and I don't know. I hope everything goes well. I hope everything goes very well. With that, we are going to move into our packages, of which there are several.
Several, yes. And our first one is from Doug in Midlothian, Illinois. There you go.
Right. Dear Stephen and Mal, hello again. Hope you two are doing well following Extra Life 2022. following actually. I hope it went well. Retro. What did we do before? I hope it went well, and I hope it goes well. Retro good luck. We're almost at $5,000 raised as of writing this. I'm so grateful to have been able to donate this year, and I'm telling people around me about the event. In case y'all don't remember, I was the person who sent in Spider-Man PS4 and said Steven should have made a mullet memoir. The hair-themed fan album was a much better idea in hindsight, even disregarding alliteration. There should be a separate note detailing the games and cases I sent. I was looking through my Game Boy cartridges and found games that would be better off with the two best internet grandparents around. I sold the DS games Wheel of Fortune and Yogi Bear years ago and now regret it, but if I can get a hold of other copies, I'll send them your way. Also, I was recently watching the May 2014 Q&A when I noticed Steven mentioned that he wanted to recut his 3-hour senior trip film into a half-hour YouTube video. With the albatrosses of Extra Life and the old timeline vlogs slowly but surely going away, do you have any plans to recut your senior trip film anytime after those tasks are finished, if you still have the footage? So I do still have the footage. This is a fun little fact about me. Everything that I ever shot on tape, I have. So I had a camera when I was 12 and I shot a bunch of tape. That was a high 8, if you're familiar with media formats. It was a high 8 camera. And a lot of that stuff I overwrote because I had like 6 tapes.
And you just reused them.
And I never bought new tapes because I was 12 and I just kept writing over the same stuff. So that stuff, whatever's on there's on there. But when I was 15, I got a Sony Handycam that took mini DV tapes and I kept every tape. And I have like 150 tapes from basically my high school years. And I have all of the stuff from the senior trip. I remember it was immense. I think I shot over 11 hours of footage on that trip. So do I have any plans to cut it? It's like, no, I don't have any plans to cut it, but is it something that I think would be really cool to do? Yes. Do I have any like plans to do it? No. So if there's ever a point in my life where things open up to the point and there's other stuff that I don't actively want to work on, then it's not impossible. But I am also acutely aware of how much work it would be.
Yeah.
But do I have an interest in it? Yes, just because I think it would be really cool. Between the 2 packages I've sent y'all, a lot has happened, and allow me to say this directly to the both of you. I am proud of you for getting through all the stress and major events of the past few years. Hashtag Team Mao. Thank you, Stephen and Mao, for all the hard work that you two do. May you and your loved ones have marvelous adventures in the Stephen Vlog Raleigh arc. Retro good luck with Extra Life this year. Please give Kepi some scritches for me. Well, that's particularly easy, since he's right here. Best regards, Doug, aka Cynical Superior. Anyway, Doug, thank you. I appreciate it. And like I said, recutting the senior trip would be neat. I just don't know.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know when exactly that would happen. But I would like to do it. So let's see here. So there are some games that are enclosed. And Mao is opening those up. There are some with manuals and boxes. So Wheel of Fortune and Yogi Bear.
Well, it's just the case.
It says check these, please.
That's because Super Monkey Ball Jr. is in here.
Super Monkey Ball Jr. That's how it sounds.
Is it? I've never played it.
Super Monkey Ball Jr. It's plays like Mario Sunshine. So in that's probably other.
Operation Mousetrap and Simon.
Yes. And then there's also some other carts in here, and that's GT Advanced Championship Racing, Mega Man Battle Network, Mickey's Dangerous Chase, Miss Pac-Man Special Edition, Color Edition, Special Color Edition, and then of course the aforementioned games that were in the cases. Doug, sincerely appreciate it. Thank you. Our next package is from Brianne in Pensacola, Florida.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. What does that say?
Hello, Stephen, Mal, and Kepler. I've been loving the chaos of the Pokemon episodes. I made this embroidery for you all. Sorry about Eevee's coloring. I didn't quite have the right colors. Hope you still like it, though. From Bree.
Aw. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you've been enjoying the Pokemon episodes. They were very, very fun to make. It was fun to go back to Pokemon after all these years.
This is so cute.
That's adorable.
Oh my God.
Also, I don't know what you mean with the colors because
it looks
the
good.
colors look correct to me.
Oh, it's so good. I've only ever done cross stitching, so like these satin stitches are gorgeous.
That is very, very cute.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah, and then my Pikachu is get destroyed in the world, which
Yes.
is a very different thing. Anyway, that's very cute. Bree, thank you.
Next up, we have a package from Catherine in Gaithersburg, Maryland.
Okay.
And I'll hand that to you.
Sure. Dear Stephen and Mal, it's kind of strange, really. If we were browsing the internet looking to pass time, I think the last thing either of us would think to head towards is a vlog YouTube channel. Yet here we are. Both of us have enjoyed the vlog and all it entails for years. So first things first, thank you for all the videos and entertainment you've provided for us over the years, as well as the amazing community we feel so lucky to be a part of. We stumbled across this little desk sign some time ago and immediately thought of Stephen and his occasional struggle to remember what day of the week it is for the vlogs. We hope it gives you as much of a laugh as we got out of it. Mao expressed how much she loved this nail polish the other night on the Discord, so we managed to find another bottle to be able to send it to you, and we hope you love it. Thank you both for all you do and how you've inspired us both, your grandkids, Nanocarp and Action Cat. Well, that was nice. Well, thank you. Also, I hear that occasionally, the idea of like, we would not probably be watching a vlog channel, and yet we watch this one, and I'm like, I'll take that as a compliment. That actually says, yeah, we're appealing to target and non-target audience. I'll take that.
Well, here's the desk sign.
Nothing messes up your Friday more than realizing it's Wednesday. Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's a big feel. You know who also has this problem? And I'm learning it as of recent, and that is Josh Jepson. Because we've been hanging out with Josh a little bit, and he also, he generally has no idea what day it is. And I think it's because we don't have so many of our days are the same.
Yeah.
Although you tend to just know. I don't know.
Oh, I just know.
How do you do that? Like a dark magician.
So, these are amazing. Look at that.
They are very sparkly.
Oh, they're so gorgeous. This is
Very sparkly.
You Self-Righteous Piece of Bald. And this one is called Super Powerful and Special Magic Starborn Princess. And these are both lovely. I wish I had a base coat on so I could just put them on right now.
Those are...
They're so pretty. Maybe I'll put these on tonight.
Those are long titles.
They're it's an indie nail polish company. These are so pretty, thank you.
So they don't do I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting blue sparkle. And that was just
Wow.
very...
Wow.
Sorry, again. Super powerful and special magic starborn print. That is just not the name I would... Sorry, I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah.
Nanocarp and Action Cat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next up is a package from Crystal in Stony Point, New York.
Oh, isn't this a nice little...
Oh my goodness, it is cute.
Let's see.
What is it?
To Stephen, Mal, and Kepi, there's 2 of these. 1 and 2.
Well,
Here's
probably,
one.
Yeah, I know how numbers work. Just barely. And really only the small ones, but I do know how numbers work. So let's see here. Dear Stephen, Mal, and Kepi, remember that big move I mentioned in the May 2022 mail package? This is the last package I'm sending to you from New York and my childhood home. In the mess of cleaning, I found a few more things that can be added to your collection. Included, please find the box and manual for both Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3, and Metroid Zero Mission. For some odd reason, we had 2 boxes of Metroid, but only 1 cart? Strange. I also found boxes for the DBZ collectible card game and the Pokemon trading card game Sapphire Edition. My brother must have gotten them because I don't know where they came from. While cleaning, I found out my brother must have reserved Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii back in the day because I found the commemorative launch coin that came with the game.
Wow.
That is very neat.
This is so cool. I need to see it.
Yeah, so...
Oh, cool.
Isn't that cool? So
That is very
Nintendo's
cool.
only done that sort of thing a few times, and sometimes these things are retailer exclusive, but they're really neat. There's just been some really interesting retailer exclusive stuff over the years,
Neat.
and that was one of them. And I do not have that, so that is really, really cool. I also included a book. Stephen, I'm sure you can read this one. I had an extra copy of Pikachu's Vacation that I threw in as well. So that was part one. That was the first letter.
Check out these words before you read the book. Pokemon. These creatures have special powers. There are more than 151 kinds of Pokemon in the world.
And there will always be 151 Pokemon. Oh wait,
Oh, this
now
is
there's
a chapter
900.
book.
Oh. Those are big words.
Oh, there's some pictures.
Oh, look at that. Man, I can still remember being in the theater and watching Pikachu's Vacation.
There's more to this letter.
Yes. All right, Steven, in a previous vlog, I remember you mentioning that you had some of the Burger King exclusive gold Pokemon tokens. Turns out, I had the Jigglypuff and Togepi gold tokens just laying around. They would continue to just lay in the house, or just lay around in the new place too. So why not give them a new home with my favorite YouTubers? That's very sweet. Yeah, I had at some point the full collection of those, and I am not sure if I still have the full collection of those, but I suspect I do not.
It's a Mudkip.
Oh my god, do you know what this is?
No.
This is a coin that comes with a theme deck for the Pokemon trading card game. So whenever you're playing a Pokemon trading card game, there's a lot of times it's like Magic. There's times you have to flip a coin and to do that. Anyway, I recognized that. I was like, that's from a theme deck. I also found Burger King exclusive fake Pokemon DS cartridges.
Oh yeah, they're
wild. As well as a random Mudkip chip. Oh, the joys of cleaning. I'm so happy to see from the vlogs that the two of you, as well as Kepi, are settling in, or at this point settled, in your new place in Raleigh. My parents and I have not yet started the drive across the country as of this letter, but we are feeling the stress of packing and watching my childhood home slowly disappear. 24 years in this house will soon become memories. Such is life, right? In any case, thank you both for the years of entertainment from all of the channels as well as the new Steven Shorts. A laugh a day keeps the stress away. See you in the next package from Crystal. Okay, first off, this is a very, very nice letter and very nice assortment of things. Thank you for thinking of us and sending stuff our way. And then also,
I hope your move goes well.
Yeah, and it says we have not started the drive across the country as of this letter, and this is actually from August. So we have again, this is fall 2022,
yeah.
So it's a wide assortment of dates. But I hope that the move goes well, or more likely at this point has gone well, and that you are also starting to settle in. And it is weird to leave a home that you have spent a great deal of time in. 24 years is a particularly long time, because like I moved from my childhood home, but we didn't spend 24 years in it. We were there for
10?
Less time. Yeah. I mean, my parents, I was born there, but like my parents were probably there for a few years before that, so. Somewhere more than 10, but probably less than 15. Anyway, Crystal, thank you again. And again, I hope that you get settled in all right. Next up, we have a few things, actually, from Charlene in White Rock, New Mexico.
There you go.
Hi, Stephen and Mal. I wanted to send in some local salsa and coffee. The salsa may be too many pepperonis for Mal, but I hope not. Sadie's is a local restaurant with only a couple of locations. The second salsa is from a local farmer's market. I hope you and Mal enjoy everything and keep up with all the amazing work. Also, good luck with Extra Life if you haven't opened this yet. Thank you. Or great job with Extra Life if this is opened afterwards, from Char. Well, thank you. Again, we are hopeful that Extra Life will go really well tomorrow.
Here's some salsa.
Nice. So this is also coming at a good time because we can share this with folks for Extra Life. We actually have some
chips.
Yeah, tortilla chips. I was like, what are they called when you dip them? What are the dip chips? They're tortilla chips is what I'm looking for.
This one says, not as hot. Sadie's not as hot salsa.
I mean, how many pepperonis?
I mean, I've been
Mal is actually.
I've been struggling to eat the Costco medium salsa. So.
Well, but see, I was actually going to praise you. I was going to say that I feel very strongly like especially in the past like 2 years, I feel like you've eaten hotter things than you ever have.
Oh yeah, I have.
So
I'm gonna try these.
You're doing good.
Yeah.
You're doing good. I think you think less highly of your ability to eat spice than what reality would show. And I think it's because in your mind you're still a Wisconsinite. But but it's not actually, that's not really reality anymore. Like, you eat spicy things.
This is the coffee. Smell this.
Oh, that smells good. You can smell it through the box. Cool. This is great. Thank you. There's also another box here. So these actually came separately, but they're both from Charlene. So we're like, we'll just open them both. Let's give them a minute. All right, so this letter says, Stephen and Mal, hi. I didn't think I would be sending another package so soon, but I found this Disney DDR game and was hoping it could be of some use to you. I'm not sure if it works or if it's even something you need, but here it is anyway. It contains 2 DDR dance pads in the game. To make this package worthwhile, in case it doesn't work, I also sent some pumpkin spice moon pies. I didn't even know that existed. And
I've never had a moon pie.
And a local... Wait.
I've never had a moon pie.
Like any moon pie? Like
Any
a normal,
moon pie.
like a normal
Yes.
chocolate
I've
moon
never
pie.
had one.
Never.
Never.
We gotta go to the store. We gotta, like, it's just it's a very important cultural. Anyway, I don't have time for that. I sent in some pumpkin spice moon pies and a local candy. I hope you enjoy everything.
Cowtails. My mom loves these.
Wait, cowtails are local to...
I have no idea.
Oh man, so cowtails are actually one of my favorite candies.
This is caramel brownie and then caramel.
I have very fond memories of cowtails because I remember they were at... This is like super specific childhood, like very pointed. There was a dollar store, Dollar Tree.
We always got them.
Yes, and it was located. I'm not going to bother explaining where it was, but it was a very specific spot in Myrtle Beach, and like I remember very vividly, we would go there and get candy before we went over to the theater. There was a theater in Myrtle Beach that used to exist that was a dollar theater. It showed everything like 10 months later or whatever, and we would go to that Dollar Tree and we would buy cowtails, and then we would go to the theater and eat cowtails while watching the Dollar Theater. The Dollar Theater went out of business, and I'm realizing now that they probably make the entirety of their money off of concessions.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you. And then the game here is this. This is Dance Dance Revolution Disney Grooves, and we have the game because we have all of the Wii games, but this is the box set, which actually comes with 2 pads, which
Crazy, it comes with 2 in that box.
Right?
Wow.
Right? In fact, I'm almost positive that this is one of 2 variants, because I believe that there's one that comes with 1 pad, but then they also sold one that come with 2 pads. So if like you have 2 kids, you're gonna need the 2 pads, or they're gonna be fighting over who gets to do what. Anyway, this is really neat, and I don't believe I've ever seen this before. I have a tendency at this point in my life, when we do find like interesting Wii or Wii U or GameCube or stuff like that, that's like special box stuff, we do tend to pick it up, and I've never seen that before, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Next up, we have a package that doesn't have a name, and we're not sure where it's from.
It's from a company.
It's from a company. What is this? It's got like do they call these magical girls? That's like a buzzword that I know. Huh. Or maybe this is Splatoon. I'm not sure.
That's what this says.
It says Ami Ami.
This
I don't know what
is
Ami Ami
a
is.
Full Metal Alchemist board game.
Sorry. What did Square Enix?
I like how that's what you noticed.
Why did Square Enix make a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood board game? I'm so confused. Take on the role of Ed, Al, Roy, Riza, Greed/Ling, or Scar in this cooperative game. Defeat the creeping mannequin soldiers and dreadful homunculi to stop Father's ambitions. I am realizing that I remember a little bit less about Full Metal Alchemist Then I remembered Ed and Al, and I remember It's a Bad Day for Rain, and I remember the dog.
Yes. Nina.
But also, isn't Brotherhood is different than the one we actually haven't watched Brotherhood. We watched Full Metal Alchemist Normal Edition because Chaz really liked Normal Edition, and then Brotherhood is like slightly different because it has a different ending.
It's like the difference between Trigon and Trigon Maximum.
That doesn't
mean anything
no,
to you.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
All right, anyway. This is really... So this is also very heavy. This is much heavier. I'm gonna have Dan. Dan, you want to do a little zoom in on this so folks can see this?
I do like how they have them right here as like little silhouettes for the ages.
That's cute.
Yeah.
So there's no other information in the box?
No, there's nothing.
Oh, I have no idea where this came from. Someone sent us this, and I appreciate it. I am very bewildered at the fact that Square Enix has some involvement in publishing board games. I did not know that, and that is new information for me. Neat. Also, it's apparently Full Metal Alchemist's 20th anniversary for whenever this was made. I don't know when this was made. When was this made? It doesn't have a date on it. But that show's been around a long time. Or manga. I guess it was a manga first. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know who to thank, but I appreciate this. And again, it's so heavy. It's so heavy. And I'm gonna be doing a little research to see what other games Square Enix is publishing, because that's just wild to me. Next up, we have a package from Catherine in Vienna, Virginia.
Here you are.
Thank you. Dear Stephen and Mao, I have been consistently watching the vlog for about 1.5 years now. I'm currently making the journey, and as of writing this letter, I just finished watching day 1910. I enjoy watching the vlogs and the Let's Plays, especially when the two of you play games together. You both are such wonderful, kind, and considerate individuals, and I'm so glad that you guys are sharing your lives with all of us on the internet, and I hope you continue to do so for many years to come. After watching the vlog for a little while, I wanted to send you guys a little something just as a thank you for all that you do and for being such awesome people. Included in this package is my favorite card game, which I hope you will enjoy as much as I do.
I've played Rook.
Rook!
It's been a very long time since I've played Rook.
I played Rook one time.
Mm-hmm.
I have this unlocked a memory. I remember I was a very, very young, like 7 years old. There were some kids in the neighborhood, and they're like, "Come over and play Rook." And I was like, "What's Rook?" And they're like, "It's a card game." And then we tried to play Rook, and I did not do very good because I was 7, and we never played card games growing up. So I'd probably do better at it now. Mm-hmm. Ness and Lucas dolls, which I crocheted myself.
Oh, they're cute.
Oh my god, they're adorable.
Oh, Ness is a baseball bat.
Oh my god, they're adorable. They're so adorable. Look at them little mother brothers. Since I know how much you both enjoy the Mother series and Earthbound, true. A tiny Mr. Saturn for Kepler. And it says, if you could, please tell him that I love him.
Kepler.
Hey, you're loved. You're loved. What's this? What is this? What is that? You sniff it and do not attack it.
Well, it's for him. He can.
Oh, do not destroy. He's like, I was asleep.
This is Kepler's.
And 4 games that, when I looked at the collection page, it didn't seem like you had them yet, although I could be mistaken. Hopefully they will be helpful towards completing your video game collection. Okay. And then finally it says, I hope you enjoy this package, and I again just want to thank you both for everything you do and for fostering such a wonderful community. I look forward to seeing what the future holds in store for both of you, as well as the channels from Catherine. Well, Catherine, thank you. It's very, very sweet, and also those crocheted dolls are adorable, cute. And I can't wait to put them on the shelf. So what are the games that are included here?
NHL PA Hockey.
Okay.
Super Battleship.
Okie dokie.
PGA Tour Golf.
Alrighty.
And Shadowgate.
Very, very nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so since we're wrapping up Wii U, we have a very long collection of Nintendo games, because we completed N64 and GameCube and Wii, and then Wii U, and after having done all these things, The next one is Switch, so I don't want to go that direction because that's scary. So
that's scary.
I would like to eventually
Go
finish
backwards.
the Super Nintendo. Eventually. Catherine, this is very sweet. Thank you. Next up, we have a letter from Reynold in Clayton, North Carolina. And it says, "Hello, random friends. It's your pal, Lee, back with more Goodwill Hunting game finds, though with less leg crushing. It's been a while since I sent something, and it's mostly because I've been a little lazy. All the games this time have been collected over the past year since the last package I sent. Before I get to the boxes of games, I want to say welcome to the neighborhood. I want to recommend some places you should try. I've mentioned Sushi Iwa before on stream. I also recommended La Bella Pizzeria, Wayback Burgers, Buffalo Brothers of White Oak, and Good Times Arcade and Tavern. There's also a small video game store called Play and Trade in Garner you may be interested in checking out. As for the boxes, there's 2 items I want to point out, starting with the hat. My roommate and I have been working for Caterpillar going on 5 years now. We tend to get a hat or 2 once in a while, so why not send one? Oh, that's cool. I like that. There's also a Munchkin card game that's supposed to play more like a trading card game in the box. My roommate collects the different versions of Munchkin, and we ended up with 2 of this trading card game, so we added it to the pile to send to you. Neat.
I've never seen this.
I have also never seen that. There's a lot of versions of Munchkin.
There are.
You could. It's interesting hearing that your roommate collects different versions of Munchkin, because that's totally a thing you could do. There are plenty of them to collect. There's nothing much else to say. I hope by the time you read this that you have all fully settled in and everything is set so you can relax. Have a good one. From Lee, aka the 5 Random Guys. Well, first off, thank you. I appreciate it. And we've received a lot of different games in the past from Lee, and it seems like this is no exception. So what is it?
These are all packaged in here very nicely.
Are you a bad enough dude to lift up that box?
Well, I was going to start with this one because there's actually 2 separate boxes that got mailed together.
That's
so
upside
here's
down.
one.
There we go. This is convenient because I can just be like, look at that. Look at the video games. There's so many video games. Twister Mania.
Never. How is there a Twister game?
I don't think I've ever. Is this a Connect? Oh, it's a Connect.
Oh, it
game.
is a Connect game.
You can play Twister without a mat. It's funny because a Twister mat from the Walmart would almost certainly be cheaper than trying to play it on your
On a
Xbox
Connect.
360. Anyway, that's just very funny to me. All right, and then
here's the other box.
can you lift that? You need me to lift. It is heavy. Video games. Let's see what's in here. Victorious Time to Shine.
Echo?
Oh yeah, they released Echo on PS2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different one. It's not the old ones, it's a newer one. Zoo Tycoon. Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff in here. An eclectic collection of things. Also, I'm remembering that Titanfall was a game. There we go. Don't need to crush you. Lee, sincerely appreciate it, and I appreciate the restaurant recommendations. It's been nice.
Sushi Iwa's definitely on my list.
Yeah, it's been nice to live here. There's been, I think, a lot of good that has come out of the move, which is nice. One of the things that I've enjoyed is getting a chance to try all the different places to eat. So again, anyone who lives in the general Raleigh or Triangle area, feel free to make recommendations on this or any video because we're paying attention and we like to try new things. Next up is a package from a Lost Vagabond in New York.
Letter.
And there is a letter, and it says, "Hello, Internet Grandparents. It is I, the Clown Isolator. Thank you for isolating the clowns. I figured after being a regular viewer and community member for a little over 2 years, it'd be time to send you something. While I know the physical media is a big part of your life, and as someone who prefers it, I know that there is a place for digital collections, so why not get the best of both worlds? The Game Boy Operator is a tool that allows you to do just that. For your Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, you'll be able to not only digitize the ROMs right off the cart, but you can download and upload saves directly to the cart. That means you can grab your old Game Boy games that hopefully have a battery that still works and preserve the save forever digitally. Through the software, you can also play the games directly off the cart through emulation and have access to the save as a native console. I figured that this may come in handy for future use, so have fun with it. From a Lost Vagabond." So
This is cool.
It is cool.
I figured something like this existed, but I've never seen it.
Yes, I'm aware of the existence of products like these. I have thought that they were cool for a long time. I have never owned one. And this is a really, really neat thing because, digitizing the ROMs, I think, is already really cool because I think that conceptually being able to make your own ROMs is really, really neat. But I think the big thing for me specifically is the idea of like your childhood save is just saved forever. So this is really neat. I don't have a lot of data to back this up, but I feel in my heart strongly, after having used a lot of video games over the years, that the batteries in the original Game Boy games last longer than the batteries in Game Boy Color games, and I don't know why that is. I have found personally through testing games that the saves in like red, blue, and yellow have lasted longer than like gold and silver, and I don't know why. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is neat, and if there is still a save file present on some of my childhood Game Boy games, like red or blue, then it would be really nice to like try and back them up. They make these for other things too. Eventually, it would probably not be a terrible idea to get one for like Super NES.
So you can back up your original Earthbound file?
Yeah, I haven't turned that on in a long time because I've made peace with the idea that batteries die and it might be gone. And I remember at one point, not all that long ago, well, I say not all that long ago, probably years, I remember booting it up and filming like where the state of that was with the items and the stuff. So like I made peace with it, but it'd also be really cool to just have it.
Yeah.
So at some point. But this is super neat and I appreciate it. So thank you very much. Next up is a package from Lauren in Albany, New York. And there's a lot of
cute little things in here.
And there's also a lot of little papers.
There's a paper.
Oh, and the most important paper, the paper for reading. Hi, Stephen Mal and Kepi. He's still here.
There's his ear.
He just conked out. Hello from upstate New York. My cats, Mulan and Mushu, send their biggest meows and purrs to Kepler. I want to make sure that he gets lots of scritches and lap naps. I mean,
that's been the whole meal.
He's literally been engaged in a lap nap for the entirety of mail, so success. As a recent fan of your streams, fall 2021 I think, I feel kind of sad that I missed out on so many years of live content, but that just means I have a lot to catch up on. I enjoy the vlogs very much and find myself looking forward to the newest ones each week. I especially found the vlogs with your grandma and your dad inspiring. We're trying to document stories with my grandparents on video because they're both 85 and we know that they won't be here forever. I found you through Tom Fox and the Runaway Guys Coliseum. I've tried to watch it every year since you all started streaming it. I'm excited to join you for Extra Life this year, as children's hospitals are really close to my heart lately. That's tomorrow! I hope that you'll enjoy it. My 3-year-old nephew, Jonas, was admitted to the hospital in early January this year with a fever that wouldn't break. He was finally diagnosed with B-cell leukemia and immediately started on chemo. He spent 134 days admitted to the Hershey Children's Medical Center, PSU, during which my sister was pregnant with my niece. She gave birth to little Aurora in the same hospital where Jonas was admitted, only a few floors away. Thankfully, they're doing well and have been home since late May. Our family has gone through hell for the last 6+ months, and your streams have been a lifeline for me, especially during the early days when we didn't have an answer to why he was so sick. Jonas is doing much better now, but he still has 3 more years of treatments to go before he's all done. All his medical bills have been paid through a foundation called the 4 Diamonds, which is dedicated to helping kids and families who are getting treatment at Hershey Medical Center. I just hope you know that by championing similar causes like Extra Life, you are quite literally changing the lives of kids like my nephew, so thank you for everything you do. I want to stop to say, first off, that I appreciate your letter. There's more to read. But this is very helpful in preparing for the mindset of the event itself. So I'm glad that we are reading this literally the day before. This is, and I said this covers a wide range. Yeah. This is from August. But reading this like right before is very helpful because it, again, continues to cement the idea that like the thing that we are doing, the event itself, even though it is very fun, helps kids like Jonas. So yeah, I'm glad that we're reading this today. Enclosed are 2 of my favorite games from the last generation of consoles. I've played both on Xbox and 1 on PC. This should, I think, complete your PS4 collection as it stands on the Google Doc. I have also enclosed some dice and a card game for when you finally have friends over and can have in-person game nights again. May your new home in North Carolina bring you both blessings, and thank you again for the streams and the vlogs and the content, especially Mal Makes. Just a gentle reminder, please remember to take time off and relax. As a fellow workaholic, I know it's hard, but it does make a difference. Good vibes, and thank you from Lauren, aka Valix Butterfly.
Alex Butterfly. Okay.
On Twitter and Twitch. I gotta tell you, I have enjoyed living here, and I've enjoyed being able to spend time with folks, and I am doing more relaxing than I've ever done. Maybe too much.
We gotta figure out that balance.
We're still working on the balance, but it has been nice to engage in the life side of the work-life balance.
So here are the PS4 games.
Oh, nice. So this is Black Flag, which is on PS4, and then also the Diablo Eternal Collection. Diablo is a game that I would really love the chance to spend more time with. I think it would be fun for me and you to play through it at some point.
So this is the game.
Instant fun guaranteed. Clarendon's Mystery Tonic 1-Minute Mysteries. Interesting. Read the case, read the clues, solve the mystery. It takes deductive skills and quick wit to solve these brain teasers. Oh, so they're quite literally like little tiny riddle type mystery things that you solve in a minute.
I would enjoy those.
I would probably enjoy them, but be bad at them. Historically, I have been bad at them.
Here's a dice set.
That's cute.
They look very, like, chalky. They have a good feel to them.
You know what they remind me of? And this is very specific, being white with the gold. They remind me of a Johnny Goldmane.
Yeah.
Which is a white planeswalker for Magic the Gathering.
And then there's these dice that are really pretty. Because they have
because they're...
the sparkle in them.
Yeah, they're like... three-dimensional is not the right word, but they have... There's probably a word for when there are things inside of a thing.
They also have like a dark... One side has like a darker...
Inner thing.
See the black on this one, on this D6?
Deep insideness.
Also, this one fell and I slammed my hand onto it and it was very sharp.
Should I give this back to you? Is that from that set? Yeah. I like the case for that, too.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Yeah.
Excellent. And there's also a lot of... The colored tape, I don't know, I was very... Amused isn't the word. There's all of these different tissue papers, and they're all different colors, and they're pretty. And I was like, ooh, pretty
colors.
Papers. Yeah, it's very, very simple of me to be like, yay, colors. But I mean, that's what I thought when I looked in there. Anyway, Lauren, thank you. Sincerely appreciate the leather.
Hope you enjoy Extra Life.
And I really, really hope, I mean, this is coming out after the fact. I hope you enjoyed Extra Life, because I'm really looking forward to doing it. Next up is a package that says it's from Overstock Drugstore.
Huh.
Well, look at that. Pretzel Cravings Dill Pickle Homestyle Gourmet Pretzels. So these look very similar to the Dots pretzels, or then also the Snyder's is doing a version of the Dots pretzels.
Yeah, with the same shape.
I think they're called Twists, but these are dill pickle, which is something that Snyder or Dots does not make.
There's no gift note.
I do not know who this is from. I apologize if I was previously told and very stupidly did not write it down, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes people are like, hey, there's a thing coming, this is what I sent, and I'm like, good, and I write it down, which I usually do, and then sometimes they tell me and I forget, and then I forget when it comes. But I appreciate this. Thank you for sending this our way. Also, I'm gonna use this opportunity, because I have praised Dots pretzels in the past, and they're still very good. That formula didn't change, but I want you to know that the Snyder's pretzel twists,
the ranch ones,
are very good. There's a jalapeno ranch, which in my opinion is better than the Dots. It's not that Dots are bad, it's just that the jalapeno ranch flavor of the Snyder's pretzel twists are better.
Really good.
I bet these are very good too. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Next up, we have a package from Amazon.
Gift note.
And it says, hope this works well for you. And it's from Jade, and Ariel.
Oh, cool. Oh, I know what this is.
Okay. What, do you want to share with the rest of the class?
I do. I'm going to pull it out, though.
Okay.
This is a Paint Puck cup.
That sounded like...
So, I use a product called a Paint Puck. And
Yeah. I'm familiar.
it looks like this, just this part.
But it's smaller. Yeah.
And I put it in my water cups to wash my paintbrushes because it's silicone and nice.
Yeah.
This is a whole cup system.
Oh, so it's like...
So it does this.
Okay.
And then this goes up here. Oh god.
I believe in you.
Anyway, it goes up here and it has stuff to hold your brushes because it's best for brushes to dry down because then the gravity holds the bristles nice. So it has all of these places for that to happen.
Okay, so...
So I've actually been eyeing one of these, but I've just never bothered to get one.
So it's the same concept as the puck, but except
It's just
the puck
a little
is bigger.
fancier, yeah.
And then also it will hold the brushes so they dry.
Yeah, so it does this.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever talked about that. So.
This, you mean?
Yeah.
I think I've mentioned like the little version that the same company makes, but I've never talked about like the full rinse cup because it's one of those things like I'm like, I don't need that, but I kind of want one, so.
Yeah, so it's just interesting to me that they like found that.
They found it, and they knew I'd like it.
Yeah, that's neat. Thank you all. We appreciate it. Next up, we have a package from Kimberly in Grinnell, Iowa. Hello, Stephen and Mal. Last year, I moved from South Carolina to the Midwest, and after going through my personal video games, I found some that didn't seem to be in your collection. A lot of these are games that I grew up with, so I am sorry for the rough shape. If you do happen to have any of these games already and you want to trade the duplicates in, I would suggest you open the cases before you get rid of the games. There isn't really anything special in there. I just slipped some notes in the cases as a way to make y'all smile. Maybe you'll grab one of the cases when it's time for Extra Life, or it's a game you guys randomly decide to play, and you'll see a nice note inside. Thank you both so much for the work you do, and tell Dan and your parents that they're my favorite characters in the vlog. Much love, Kim. Well, first off, I hope that your move went well, because that's
a big move.
That is a big move. Like South Carolina to Iowa is a big move, and then also, I don't know if you had grown up in South Carolina, but that culturally would be not a huge change, but a change. Mm-hmm. So I hope that all went well, and I will tell Dan. Well, actually, Dan is editing this. Dan, you are Kim's favorite. I mean, you and my parents, but you and my parents are Kim's favorite character on the show. That made Dan's day, I know. All right, let's take a look at the games that are in here. So there is...
Me Coach?
I guess it's My Coach.
Oh yeah, I suppose it is My Coach.
But it is written that way.
Me Coach.
Me Coach.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 12.
Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection.
I don't know why Sonic has anything to do with it other than I guess Sonic is in it.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter Connect.
Ark the Lad.
Ark the Lad.
I gotta pull these out. Super Baseball Simulator 1000. Super Baseball 2020. Wow. 2020 baseball on the Super Nintendo.
What will baseball be like in the future? There's gonna be robots, except there wasn't.
John Madden Football 93.
God, baseball would be so much better with robots. There are robots that are like catching and playing the game.
I want to play that. Spyro.
Spyro? Oh, this is, wait, is it? Oh, this is this? I opened it up because I was like, is this a NTS? It is. The case is interesting, but it's an NTSC copy. When I opened it up, it says, doing a great job. Even when life seems overwhelming, you're still kicking ass. And I appreciate that nice note. That is very nice.
Eternal Ring.
Eternal Ring. Oh, it's an Age Tech game. Wild.
Inuyasha.
There are so many PlayStation 2 games.
There are.
So many. Oh my lord.
Worms
4 Mayhem. This is one of the 3D games. Yeah, I've played very little of the 3D Worms games.
Thrillville.
Like
Destroy All Humans 2.
We didn't get them the first time.
You gotta destroy more. Dante's Inferno.
Nice.
Prince of Persia.
Also nice.
Toy Story 2.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's why this is so heavy. Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 4. I'm out of room.
Four swords.
I'm out of room.
Put it on Kepler.
No, I'm not going to put it on Kepler.
There's 2 there. I didn't do the other one.
3, actually. There is 4 swords, linked to the Game Boy Advance version. There's Legacy of Goku. Nice. And then... Sorry, is this... Oh my god, this is still in here. Holy crap. It says limited DVD from Funimation. Oh, sorry. What's on this DVD? This is fascinating. Limited DVD includes never before seen Dragon Ball GT episode 22. I guess at the time it had never before been seen. Yu Yu Hakusho trailer, Dragon Ball Z Broly trailer, Blue Gender trailer, Atari E3 sizzle videos featuring Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2 and Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2, and then Dragon Ball Z collectible card game sizzle videos. 2003. Also, I bought Legacy of Goku. Well, this is Legacy of Goku 2. I bought Legacy of Goku 1 on launch and played through it. And there's also The Hobbit.
And the last 2 guides are Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Cool.
And there's one last thing in this box.
Oh, okay.
And it's something we do not have.
What is that? Oh my god, it's the Kinect. It's so funny because people have been sending in Kinect games
and we
for
can't
years.
play them.
We've never actually owned a Kinect.
Yeah, there's a Kinect.
Now we can actually play all of the Kinect. Kim, thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate all of these things. And again, I hope that you have adjusted well to the Midwest. Next up, we have a big ol' box from Kitchener, Ontario. As now gets it
Found
up
it.
there. There we go. To Stephen and Mallory. First of all, this will be a long letter because there's a lot to talk about that I've done this year, and the gifts that you are receiving reflect that. Congratulations on the relocation to North Carolina. We can't wait to see what kind of adventures that the 2 of you will get into. I know you'll miss your parents, Stephen as well as Dan, who I'm sure has inserted a caption saying how much he misses you too. Nonetheless, we are happy for you two to start your next big adventure in a brand new state. Speaking of adventures, it was my hope this past winter to visit Myrtle Beach while I was visiting my love interest in Savannah and meet you two in person, but after realizing it wasn't possible to do so, I never made the journey to Myrtle Beach and I spent the whole time in Georgia. Regardless, it was wonderful to meet my love interest after having played together in Final Fantasy XIV for quite a few years, and she showed me all the sights and sounds of the cities, which included passing by Scad because, as a Stevenite, I'd be foolish not to visit our grandpa's old stomping grounds. She was as wonderful as I expected, and I'm hoping to be reunited with her soon, because it certainly didn't take long for me to miss her after I returned home. Having said all that, one of the main reasons I have sent you this package is that it has something that I had hoped to give the two of you in Myrtle Beach, that being the official Final Fantasy XIV cookbook. There's many recipes that I know would be perfect for the vlog, but there's one in particular that I insist be featured. That recipe is the signature dish of Final Fantasy XIV, bacon bread. Yes, it is exactly what you think it is, bacon inside of a loaf of bread. And this loaf is shaped in a very creative way. It is well known among Final Fantasy XIV players because of a storyline where an actor wants to win over his true love with bacon bread, which is her favorite dish, but he has no cooking skills, so you have to make it on his behalf and keep doing it multiple times. But if a loaf of bread with bacon stuffed in it can win a lady's heart in a video game, I'm sure it can happen in real life too. Meanwhile, I've also taken the opportunity to do something this year that I have never done before and had wanted to do sooner, but the last couple of years discouraged me from doing so. Knowing that my time to do this was running out, I decided that this was something I needed to do now. At the Anime North Convention in Toronto and in some other conventions this summer, I did cosplay for the first time. And because my first foray into cosplay was in an anime convention, there was only one character I could go as. I went in drag as Sailor Jupiter. I chose her because I have a lot in common with her. And while I'm not much of a fan of the original Sailor Moon anime, I've always appreciated the character of Sailor Jupiter. So when I've gone to these cons, I get a lot of love from the convention goers, not just for the cosplay itself, but also a lot of envy from the women who are impressed by my ability to walk in Jupiter's high heels for the entire day or the entire weekend. Walking in heels is difficult. It's very, very difficult. Because you're above the ground.
And your feet are pointed the whole time.
Yeah. I struggle with just walking, period, without additional things in the game. What has really surprised me is that I have come across more people dressed as Sailor Jupiter than as Sailor Moon, or any other sailor for that matter. I've been stopped to take pictures with a lot of people, including Katie Griffin, the original English voice of Sailor Mars. I'm glad I got to make so many Jupiter fans happy, and I look forward to seeing how long I can keep this going. As such, I've included Some things that I got during my time at these conventions, including a special 6-pack of soda from a company called Soda Pop Bros, which includes the weirdest flavors that they had at one of the cons. There are a couple of other convention things that I've included that I know the two of you will appreciate, as well as more things for your home. So after this package, I guess I should ask that given that Calvin and Bic are your stick-based dealers, does this package qualify me as your Canada-based dealer? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Respectfully yours, Matthew, aka Mathia Graphene on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. It says, P.S. If anyone ever wants to see what I look like at the Sailor Jupiter, I finally started an Instagram account, so go check it out. Also, if the Runaway guys ever do a Canadian con again, John needs to cosplay as Rosa John, so the two of us can do pics and poses together. I mean, I don't know what John's plans are for the future, but I feel like it's probably not the last time you've seen Rosa John. That's my gut feeling. It's my gut feeling. So what is in this box? I'm sure that it is Canadian.
There was mention of different things, but
sure, yeah.
Things are wrapped up, so I didn't want to just start pulling things out.
Sure.
So here's this.
Look at that. There you go. That's Sailor Jupiter.
The hair turned out especially good.
The costume's really good too. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Sailor Jupiter at Hamilton Comic Con 2022.
Copy of Boss Monster.
Boss Monster. Boss Monster is great. If folks have not had a chance to try Boss Monster, good little card game for a few people.
Final Fantasy Cookbook.
There is the aforementioned cookbook. Real big. It's a big old thing. Actually, bacon bread's like listed like right on the back, so it must be a fairly important dish within the game. Also, it's the second time this mail video that I'm pointing out Square Enix. Whether they publish it, I mean, that makes sense for them, right? Because it's Final Fantasy.
This is the guide for the con.
Oh, that's cool. Got a little beaver, badger. Very much, yeah.
Timbit's pool floats.
This is, I mean, I guess it has to be heavy, right? It gets big. What a wild product. Tim Hortons is a cultural thing, man. It's very much a cultural thing in Canada.
This must be the soda.
Oh my lord. Yeah. Can you open this with your special tool?
I can.
Because I can't will that into opening time.
With your mind, just will it open?
I've been training that, actually. It's the soda.
Maple root beer.
Oh, look at that. There's quite a few things in here.
Bomb Pop, like the novelty frozen treat.
Oh my goodness! Lindsay should try this.
Mana.
I only have 2 hands.
I know.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you knew that. I thought maybe you thought I had like 4. I don't. I'm not a Machamp.
Bloodied Up Orange. It's probably like blood orange flavored.
Yeah.
Face Melter. It's a ginger beer.
Face Melter is a very aggressive sounding drink.
And the last one is Pink Donut.
They should just have a drink that's called like, this drink will kill you. just go a little more aggressive if possible.
Face Melter.
Here, I'll give those back to you.
There's also one other thing, so let me set these down.
Sure.
There is soaps. Crisp Morning Air. Sunshine and Lemons, which is probably the one I will like the best because I tend to like citrusy things.
They should name the soaps like they name those nail polishes.
Mountainside Mist.
So it's just like,
Well, tell Bath and Body Works to get on that.
I walked up a mountain and I looked at a tree and I gave her a sniff. Lemon. Like that's just
Candle?
12 words.
Candle. May all your wishes come true.
May all your wishes come true.
This one is Have a Sensational Birthday.
Have a sensational
These are made in
birthday.
Canada. And then shower gel.
That's a lot of stuff. Matthew, thank you. Sincerely appreciate it. And I wish you luck at all of your future conventions and cosplay endeavors. That's the word. I was like, what's the word I'm looking for? Endeavors. Our final package for the fall 2022 mail video is from Amazon.
Ooh, gift note.
That's helpful.
Gift note.
Gift note. Happy early Christmas. Aw. And this is from Renee's family. Thank you. Oh my goodness gracious.
I've been eyeing this.
Oh, that's cool. 600 pieces. It doesn't seem like this would be 600. This is 600 pieces?
But wait, this one, there's more.
How is this 600 pieces? I'm looking at this and I'm like, the petals are one piece. How is this 600? Where are they? That's so many pieces.
These are really cool.
Wow, this is really cool.
I've actually been talking to Emil about this one specifically.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I was having a conversation. It's funny that these are Lego sets. I was having a conversation with Josh. Yesterday, and we were talking about Lego sets, and he was like, "Oh, there's some really cool Lego sets." And Dan was around. He was like, "Yeah, there's like cool Lego sets." And I was like, "You know what? I actually feel strongly that there's never been a Lego set that I haven't looked at the front of the box and been like, that's super, super cool."
Yeah.
Because it's true. Like, Lego does a really good job of choosing what they're going to create, and especially...
Well, they have a whole system where people can, like, build things and submit, and it gets voted
and there's, like, a
on.
rating. Yeah, it's really neat. Yeah, these are cool. These are super, super cool. The reason that this is relevant, and Renee knows this, is that, so very recently we had the opportunity to do a second streaming setup of tabletop, big vague air quotes, and we did a 3D puzzle, but we're looking at doing other things at a table, one of them being Lego. We think it'd be really cool to do Lego. And fun fact, Mallory has never put together a Lego set in her life. I don't know how she managed to get through the entirety of her childhood.
It's gonna be so hard for me not to do this.
Yeah, this is something...
Before we stream it.
Yeah, this is something we can do on stream.
Uh-huh.
It'd be a fun thing for you to do. You'll get to do a Lego set.
Uh-huh.
You'll get to do it. It'll be fun. And then you have... This is actually kind of neat, too, because, like, you make a Lego set, and then you, like, put it up somewhere, and, like,
This one can go next to my orchids. Actually, Atticus is about to bloom again, too, so it would be so cool to put them next to each other.
That would be cool. Renee, thank you.
And family.
Thank you to you and your family. We sincerely appreciate this. And to everyone who sent in something today, thank you. I know there were many well wishes for Extra Life, or good job you did it, because they assumed that we would get to this later, which is fair. I do thank you, and we are hopeful that Extra Life tomorrow will go super well. Super well. Actually, as soon as we finish recording this mail video,
We're gonna go set up.
I'm going to go start setting everything up. So that's where this is falling at this particular place in time. But we appreciate it. If you're watching right now and you'd like to send us something, you totally can. Go into the description of this mail video, and there will be a link to the FAQ. It'll tell you where you can send it, what you can send.
The most up-to-date address.
Yeah, the most our address where you can send stuff, and then if you're interested in sending games or anything like that, a list to our collection so you know what we have, what we don't have. That is it for today. Have yourselves a wonderful whenever this comes out, and stay tuned because we'll be doing mail again soon. Pretty soon.